Are you interested in writing vaporwave music, but you're afraid of getting caught? Today we're going to make Fakerwave, a completely legal, far more conformist genre of vaporwave. Vaporwave is a genre of music that often involves taking 80s pop songs, slowing them down, and chopping them up to create an eerie take on the often jovial and carefree aesthetic of corporate music. Fakerwave, on the other hand, involves making your own pop song so that you don't have to pay any royalties or get flagged for using somebody else's work without permission.
Step 1. Download an 80s pop song. Make an 80s pop song.
Get yourself alone. I know you get yourself.
Step 2. Chop it up and slow it down. Step 3. Add anti-capitalist imagery.
In order to write the perfect 80s song that we can use to make Fakerwave, I asked vaporwave expert Joe Galacci to make us an 80s backing track.
For our Fakerwave song, I put all of my heart into the pre-chorus. After all, I personally think that vaporwave stems from the pre-chorus. A song's chorus is so essential, but a pre-chorus is always made up of compositional gems that are just so wonderful. It gets glossed over by its catchier cousin, the chorus. This makes the pre-chorus a perfect target for intellectual theft. We're going to steer clear of the radar.
But in this case it's legal because it's your song.
For the main riff, verse, and chorus, I stuck with very basic, almost nostalgic-like sounds. Nostalgic-like chords. Nostalgic-like structures. For all of the melodies, I stuck with just basic synth and guitar power melodies, as I like to put it. I wanted this song to sound like it was some throwaway tune on a 99-cent record in the corner of your record store's bin. Obvious, cheesy, predictable. A great way to summarize the 80s most, well, not so legendary songs.
Now that we've made our 80s song, let's use that song to make another song. we're going to take a look at 3 contrasting approaches to making Fakerwave out of this 80s song. Each approach will get a little more complicated. First one's from me, then we've got one from Joe Galacci, and then we're going to finish things off with one from Adam Neely. My favorite part of the song is the pre-chorus that goes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, count to me with my heart. I want to work with that, but let's slow it down to half speed. Maybe that's a little too slow. Let's slow it down a little bit less. Alright, that's feeling good. Now, let's see if we can chop that to improve the lyrics a little bit. Instead of count to me with my heart, it's gonna be counting with my heart if I just make a really clever little change right here. Now what I did there might seem really simple and even kind of dumb. I mean, anyone could take a chunk of a song, slow it down, put some reverb on it, and loop it, and it'd probably sound really good. But I think the simplicity of this process is actually profound because it pushes away a lot of the variables and distractions and gets us to this core question: how am I changing the original song into something new, and how does that new thing make me feel?
Approach 2. Chopped and screwed with Joe.
I went with a heavily chopped and screwed approach. As for samples, I only used the wave file itself. I didn't use any extra instruments or anything. I did sneak in the snare from the beginning of the song into what would be the verse. I also reversed the word do in what would you do and put it right in front of the snare so it sounds like a whip. That's it.
Approach 3. Add a lot of stuff with Atom.
I'm just gonna start adding random little blips and blops. Yeah, what if there's like a woo sound? I think that ketchup bottle squirt actually sounds pretty sweet. Play some bass. There's some other cool things we can add. So there's this video from early YouTube called Nobody Here, and it's just a sample from Chris de Burgh's Lady in Red of Chris singing just "There's Nobody Here" over and over again while there's this like Rainbow Road going on. And what's kind of crazy is when you listen to the original, that phrase jumps out at you. Because it was repeated in your brain so often with the vaporwave, there's this persistence there that just bores into your skull. I kind of wanted to do the same thing with the Faker wave. I wanted to take the beginning of the pre-chorus and just loop that ad nauseum. So when you slow it down and pitch it down, it sounds like this. But then when you repeat it, it sounds like this.
The experience of making this video has been nothing short of magical. I want to thank Joe Galacci, Justice Cow, and Adam Neely for helping me make this. Just so you know, I have a songwriting course called Getting Songs Done. Link to that in the description. Also a link to all the songs that you heard in this video in the description. And here's a special message, an utter beat from our hero, Justice Cow. Bye everybody!